That night, the city was not attacked by an alien army. It was not invaded by machines. It was not threatened by a villain trying to take over the world. That night, the greatest threat to the city was someone who, on other days, had already saved the planet. The Hulk? He stood in the middle of the main avenue, surrounded by abandoned cars, distant sirens, and buildings with trembling windows. Hulk was not running. He did not attack first. He did not seem to be looking for a fight. He was only breathing heavily, fists clenched and eyes lowered, as if Bruce Banner was still trying to hold something back inside him. But to the rest of the city, that did not matter. Because when the Hulk appears in the middle of a destroyed avenue, nobody asks if he is suffering. Everyone asks only one thing. How do we stop this? The first to arrive was Spider-Man. Peter Parker knew he could not beat the Hulk with strength, so he tried to do what he had always done best. By time, he leapt between streetlights, webbed Hulk's arms, and tried to pull his attention away from the people. For a few seconds, it seemed to work. Hulk twisted his body, irritated, trying to keep up with his movements. But Peter made a mistake. He treated it like containment. And to the Hulk, being contained never feels like protection. It feels like prison. The webs tightened around his arms. Hulk looked at them, then he looked at Spider-Man, and pulled. The webs snapped as if they were nothing. Peter tried to jump away, but Hulk slammed his feet into the ground, making the entire avenue shake. Spider-Man lost his balance for a fraction of a second. And against the Hulk, a fraction of a second is already too much time. Peter was thrown into the side of a building. He was not destroyed, but he understood one thing. The Hulk was not getting tired. He was getting angrier. Then came Iron Man. Tony Stark arrived with containment armor, drones, and high-resistance cables. He did not want to hurt Bruce. He wanted to restrain the Hulk long enough to find a solution. The armor units landed around him like a metallic wall. Cables locked around his arms. Clamps held his legs. For one moment, the city breathed in relief. The Hulk was immobilized. But Tony forgot the most dangerous detail. The more trapped the Hulk feels, the stronger he becomes. First, one cable snapped, then another, then all of them. Iron Man increased the power. Hulk roared, not like someone winning, but like someone desperate to get out. The armor units began to fail. The drones fell. The containment field flickered and went out. Tony tried to call Bruce by name, but in that moment, Bruce was too far away. Technology had failed. Then Captain America stepped onto the front line. Steve Rogers did not come to attack. He came to talk. With his shield raised, he walked slowly through the wreckage, facing the Hulk without fear. Steve knew war. He knew good men trapped in impossible situations. That was why he tried to reach Bruce before this became a war. He said Bruce's name. He asked him to stop. He asked him to look around. For 1 second, something changed. Hulk's eyes blinked. His breathing slowed. His fist opened slightly. It seemed like Bruce was listening. But then, behind the captain, soldiers advanced. Weapons were aimed. Red lights hit Hulk's face. Orders were shouted, and everything Steve had tried to build disappeared. Hulk did not see help. He saw a hunt. He charged forward. Captain America raised his shield and took the impact. The strike dragged Steve several yards, tearing through the asphalt. He endured more than any human should have been able to endure. But even the captain understood. Courage was not enough, while everyone treated the Hulk like a threat that needed to be taken down. Then came Black Panther. T'Challa did not attack head-on. He observed. He used speed, precision, and intelligence. Black Panther knew that fighting the Hulk like a brute would be suicide, so he tried to guide him away from the most populated area. He struck and vanished into the shadows, using buildings, vehicles, and broken structures to redirect the fight. For a few minutes, T'Challa achieved something no one else had managed. He moved the Hulk, not through strength, but through strategy. He led the battle into an industrial part of the city, where the streets were empty and the buildings were abandoned. But even Black Panther had limits. Hulk began to understand the pattern. He did not need to hit T'Challa directly. He only needed to destroy the space around him. A column fell. The ground gave way. Black Panther barely escaped, but he lost the advantage. The strategy had worked longer than anything else, but it still was not enough. Then the sky split open with thunder. Thor arrived, and when Thor stands before the Hulk, the fight changes scale. This was no longer a man against a creature. It was a god against a force of nature. Thor did not try to restrain him. He did not try to deceive him. He faced Hulk directly. The first impact made the buildings shake. The second lifted dust from the ground. The third echoed like thunder through the empty streets. Thor was one of the few who could withstand that kind of power. For a few moments, it looked like he might win. He pushed Hulk back. He held his arms. He answered blow for blow. But then the truth revealed itself. Thor had power. Hulk had rage. And Hulk's rage did not fade. It grew. Every blow fed his fury. Thor stepped back, not out of fear, but out of understanding. If that fight continued, the city would lose before either of them fell. Then Doctor Strange appeared. Stephen Strange did not come to fight with his body. He came to reach the mind. Portals opened. Mystic symbols surrounded Hulk. Chains of energy locked the space around him, not to hurt him, but to stop the destruction from continuing. Strange knew Bruce Banner still existed inside. The question was whether he could find him. He crossed through the mental storm of the Hulk, and what he found was not only rage, it was fear, guilt, broken memories. A scientist tired of always waking up after the destruction. And at the bottom of all of it, there was one phrase repeating like an open wound. "Leave me alone." Doctor Strange hesitated, and that hesitation was enough. Hulk broke the mystic chains. Energy scattered across the abandoned district. Strange fell, not because his magic was weak, but because he finally understood. The Hulk was not an empty mind. He was a mind too wounded to trust. Then Wanda Maximoff tried to do what no one else could. She tried to touch the emotion behind the rage. Red energy surrounded the giant body. Hulk stopped. For the first time that night, he truly stopped. Wanda saw Bruce. She saw the fear. She saw the loneliness. She saw the man trapped inside a creature everyone only knew how to attack. But emotions are dangerous when they have been buried for too long. By touching Hulk's pain, Wanda also touched everything that fueled the transformation. For a moment, she did not calm the rage. She opened the wound. Hulk fell to his knees. Everyone thought it was over. Then he raised his head. The roar that came after was not just fury, it was suffering. Wanda stepped back. Her attempt came closer than anyone else's. But it still failed. That was when everyone noticed the pattern. Spider-Man had tried to contain him. Iron Man had tried to restrain him. Captain America had tried to speak while the world was still pointing weapons. Black Panther had tried to guide him. Thor had tried to defeat him. Doctor Strange had tried to control his mind. Wanda had tried to touch his emotion. Each one came with a different answer, but they all made the same mistake. They all tried to decide what Hulk should do. No one asked where he was trying to go, and the truth had been there from the beginning. Hulk was not heading toward the center of the city. He was trying to leave it. Every hero who appeared blocked one path. Every plan closed one exit. Every attempt at containment made Bruce feel like the entire world was against him. Then Captain America stood up again. This time, he did not raise his shield. He did not call for backup. He did not give an order to attack. He only told everyone to step back. Tony shut down the drones. Strange dissolved the mystic symbols. Wanda lowered her hands. Thor moved away. Spider-Man stayed silent on top of a broken structure. The lights were turned off. The helicopters pulled back. The weapons were lowered. For the first time that night, Hulk did not see a wall in front of him. He saw a path. Captain America looked at him and said only one thing. "We are not going to lock you up, Bruce." Hulk did not answer, but his fists began to open. His breathing slowed. His shoulders lowered. The monster everyone had tried to bring down finally took one step back. Then another, and another. He was not beaten. He was not tamed. He was not defeated. He simply stopped fighting and walked out of the city. The next morning, the newspapers called it a battle. The reports called it an incident. Some said the Avengers had failed. Others said they had saved the city. But those who were there knew the truth. That night, no one defeated the Hulk. Because maybe that was never the right question. The question was not how to beat the Hulk. The question was why he was fighting. And the answer was simpler than any hero wanted to admit. Hulk did not want to destroy the city. He did not want to defeat the Avengers. He did not want to prove he was the strongest. He just wanted them to stop treating him like a monster before even trying to understand Bruce Banner. That night, the city learned one thing. Speed can fail. Technology can break. Magic may not reach deep enough. Strength can meet an even greater strength. But sometimes, the only way to stop a threat is not by attacking it. It is by giving it enough space to finally stop defending itself. Because the Hulk does not become more dangerous when he is free. He becomes more dangerous when he believes the entire world is trying to trap him.